Dominic, and it's a pleasure to be speaking to everybody today from the traditional territory of the Robinson Superior Treaty area, and of course inhabited by the Fort William First Nation, who are the carekeepers of this land now, along with all of us. So listen, Canadians have been doing astronomical work to protect each other over the last year and a half. They've followed public health advice. They've stayed home. They've made changes to the ways of their life to keep everyone safe. And we know that Canadians have sacrificed so much to protect each other. And the government of Canada also has some of the strongest border measures in place to help protect Canadians. We've used data, we've used scientific evidence, and we've monitored a situation both in Canada and internationally to adjust our measures as the situation warranted. And we've been clear with Canadians that we would continue to adjust measures as appropriate as the situation evolved. And we're now seeing a ramp up of vaccination rollout across the country. Nearly 70% of Canadians have received their first vaccine dose to date, and second doses are rising rapidly. And we know that these vaccination rates matter. Vaccines are saving lives and stopping the spread. But we also know that the strong public health measures that are in place across the country are contributing to lower case counts and reduced hospitalization. And these metrics are the metrics that we'll continue to monitor and that will inform the changes to the measures in place. Now, with the situation improving in Canada, today I want to provide Canadians with more details on what they can expect in the coming weeks. As the Prime Minister has said, we'll take a phased approach towards adjusting current border measures, with the health and safety of Canadians being our first priority. What is currently being considered as the first step in this approach is to allow fully vaccinated individuals currently permitted to enter Canada to do so without the requirement to stay in government-authorized accommodations. Travelers would have to be fully vaccinated 14 days or more prior to their arrival. And they will still be required to have a negative pre-departure PCR test result and required to, upon arrival, with a suitable quarantine plan to wait for their day one test result. And we'll be watching carefully here in Canada and around the world as cases change and as vaccination rates rise. These metrics are very important factors as we move towards implementing the changes on the border that we hope to have in place in early July. Now, all of these changes are only possible if we continue to protect each other. And we know how to do that after a year and a half. Get vaccinated when it's your turn. Follow up for your second dose. Make sure we're following the public health measures that we've all learned over the last number of months to protect each other. If we can keep our communities safe and free of COVID, then we will not have to return to measures that are so difficult for everyone from a social and economic perspective. And this is only possible because of the tremendous efforts of Canadians. We know Canadians have sacrificed so much, so I want to thank Canadians, all of those who have stepped up to get their first and second dose of COVID-19 vaccine, to help others get vaccinated. We really can see the finish line. So let's continue together. Merci.